Okay, so this is a demonstration of how this little system works. You can see I've got here two pistons. I'm calling this the bow piston and the stern piston. I've got two laser distance sensors in here. I've got a pressure gauge here which goes into a bottle. I've got an Arduino. I've got a set of 4 relays sitting down there. I've got the radio unit. That's basically it. So the way the system works is you can see both of the pistons work together using this arm, and they come to the, so it's now fully buoyant. Don't worry about where the pistons are in the tubes, that's neither here nor there. So technically now it's fully buoyant. And the positions of the pistons and where they stopped has been stopped by the micro switch readings. So now we're going to dive the boat, and both pistons, as you can see, are moving inward. Don't worry about the speed of the pistons or where they are. That's irrelevant. They've both been designed to stop at that point. So I'm now going to surface the boat again. Now we're going to pretend it's the very first time I've put this boat into the water. And you'll understand what I mean by that as we go along. So it's now fully buoyant. And what I'm going to do now is withdraw the pistons, and I'm going to get it to neutral buoyancy, which I'm going to pretend is about here. So about now the boat's at neutral buoyancy. Maybe it's a bit bow down or a bit stern down, so I'm now going to use another control to change the trim and maybe change the displacement. But that's it. Imagine now the boat is sitting 20 centimeters under the water, beautifully trimmed, everything's good. This is going to be illustrated by the hose being down around about the bottom of the bottle. And now I'm going to take a quick snapshot of that situation, and it's measuring the distance where the pistons are at the sweet spot and also the pressure of the water at that depth. By the way, you can see on the far side that's the stern hydroplane servo, just there for fun, no other reason than that. And this is the bow hydroplane, or in this particular case the hydroplane on the sail of the boat. Didn't explain that. So we're at neutral buoyancy, everything's right, and now I'm going to surface, and I'm going to, instead of using what I used, I'm going to use the surfacing routine. And this piston starts first, and then this piston, so it comes up bow up. That's the plan. Now we're on the surface, and I decide, so I'll pull this up to suggest we're on the surface, and now I'm going to go into diving routine and just press the button. This starts off first because this particular boat has a upward angle when it's sitting normally, and it's going to shut off at the sweet spot. That's it. Now what we're going to do now is I'm going to put this in auto control, and what you see is that this little servo is saying, hey, we're too high, we've got to go deeper. And when it finds the right depth, it's wobbling a bit, and I've got some interference, I'm not sure what that is, but when it finds the right depth, it's going to level the boat out. I've used the bottom of the bottle, so I can't show you it going the other way. And when I turn auto off, it just centers itself and turns itself off, and I might decide at this point to surface. Now the thing about the memory on here is that it's remembered the sweet spot on both the pistons, and it's remembered the depth of the pressure. It's not only recorded that temporarily, it's recorded it into the memory of the Arduino. So I can turn the whole thing off, go away, come back again, and it will remember those positions. So the next time I go to the lake, I'm not going to be trying to find it all. I'm just going to go straight to dive, and then I might make some adjustments for the day. But once that's done, another snapshot, and away you go. So I reckon this is working pretty nicely. The other thing I'll do is I'll take you through the code step by step in the next video, just to show you how it's all been developed. But this is working pretty nicely, and I think when it's wired up, the problem with all of these wires is some of them come a bit loose sometimes, and there's something that's causing the bow hydro to judder. That will stop once it's all soldered. Okay,